Hello! Oh my goodness. We're here live.
I know, hi. Hi, nice to meet you finally, David. My name is Kechi Okwuchi. I'm 29 years old, live in Houston, but I'm Nigerian, born and bred, and I am a singer. I was in America's Got Talent in 2017, and I became a finalist on the show, so that was really cool.
Incredible.
Nice to meet you guys.
Incredible. And tell us just a little bit about your journey.
My journey has been very multifaceted. Started, I guess, 2005 when my accident happened. I was actually in a plane crash, a commercial plane crash, in December of 2005 that took the lives of 107 of 109 people aboard the plane. And 60 of those were fellow students from my high school. So it was a very huge tragedy because 60 kids passed away at the same time. But I sustained third-degree burns over 65% of my body because of the accident and had to receive emergency burn care in South Africa first before I came to America for reconstructive treatment. And that spanned over the course of 2005 to about 2009. All I was doing was surgery. I had to stop school. I was actually in my senior year when the accident happened. I was 16. So I spent the next 5 years in and out of the hospital, mostly in. I underwent more than 100 surgeries total, including like when you combine South Africa plus America. And when I got here, I was in a wheelchair, but after being with Shriners Hospital for burns, I walked out on my own 2 feet, which was really cool. So they gave me back my independence.
Wow.
And after that, I got back to school, finished high school, got into college on a scholarship, and graduated in 2015 with a Summa. So I was very proud of that and very excited because for me it was a degree that wasn't just for me, it was for the kids that passed away as well. So I was happy I could give that to their parents and their loved ones. And it was during my MBA in 2016 that America's Got Talent happened. And my life has been a whirlwind ever since.
How did you get into this? Was singing always there?
So that's definitely something that was a part of my life from the beginning. In fact, music was actually in my life before the beginning of everything. It was music that I used to hear, in my head when I was in a coma. I would hear it playing because my mom would play these, like, my favorite CDs, like, of my favorite artists beside my bed. So I would actually be hearing this music, and then she would sing to me as well. So when I woke up from the coma, I actually knew songs that I didn't know before the accident, which was mind-blowing and just really cool. So it was such a cool discovery, and that the hospital that I was treated at actually implemented, music, like singing by the bedside of comatose patients because they realized that there's a chance that they can possibly hear and respond to that.
Oh my
so
goodness.
I thought that was really cool. Yeah.
The power of music.
Music has always been there. Yeah, it's really always been there. And my voice actually also it underwent a very significant change after the accident. I used to love to sing before, but after the accident, my voice was different. It was definitely better than it used to be. So my mom and I really didn't understand why or how. We just kind of ran with it, took it as this miracle, and I just started singing all the time. Since then, my dad got me karaoke machine, and I would just go to town on it. And I guess that's just how the next decade passed with me just constantly singing and having fun with it. I started singing in church 2 years before EGT, and that was really the level of my experience and my exposure before America's Got Talent happened. But I feel like the years that passed before the show were kind of preparing me for what was to come, even though I wasn't aware of that at the time.
Yeah. What are some takeaways that you've kind of like adopted as your own mantras from your journey?
Yeah. One of the most important ones for me, the one that is like tattooed in my brain, is that my scars do not define me, or they do not represent my entire identity. That's something that I had to learn pretty early on if I was gonna, have any chance at all at a wholesome healing process. I didn't want to just heal physically. I had to heal mentally, spiritually, and so understanding that fact was something that came really early in my treatment, and that was what basically set the foundation for pretty much everything I've ever done since, and all my choices and everything, the way I live my life. So that's a very important one. That came in a moment of clarity after I saw my reflection post-accident for the first time.
Yeah.
Because I was worried about how I would react to that, because I was very pretty and aware of how I looked before. So I was very worried that if I saw how different I was now, it would affect my personality, my confidence. But when I looked in the mirror for the first time, it was so relieving to still be able to see Kechi in that mirror. Even though I looked so different on the outside. And that was pretty much when I realized that whatever made me who I am had to obviously go beyond the physical. Right. And that proved it to me, basically. So it helped me hold my head high and just realize that I didn't have to change just because I looked different. So that was definitely something that didn't just happen randomly either. It was everything that I had gotten up until that moment, to the kind of support I had gotten before then, the kind of reinforcement I was getting from my support system, my mom, my family, my friends, all these people just spreading and feeding love to me helped me to react the way I did when I first saw myself.
For me, knowing that there was going to be people there that cared for me and loved me,
yes, exactly.
Despite whether I was independent or if they had to do my bowel program every night, they're still with me. Okay, exactly. Let's fight. So equally important as our attitudes is the ones of those people around us. People all over the world might not even think of, maybe the people that you're around are hurting and you need to be there for them. And that's something that I feel pretty strongly about, is just the importance of being available for people. Yeah. And I want to make shirts that say less words, more hugs. Because I'm sure the words for me, was that your experience? The words weren't as important as just them being there and
being there, the presence. Look, that's exactly it. A lot of times, some people might feel the need to maybe say something inspirational or say something that they feel is encouraging, and a lot of times, no offense to them, but a lot of times there's things that you already know, you're aware of, and anyone repeating it to you doesn't really, it's still words that you're aware of, you already know. So usually what helped me the most was just the presence of the loved one. Most of the time, taking my mind off whatever's going on and just engaging me in a distraction, Yep. My mom was my rock. She was my number one person during that time, still is. She was in my corner from the get-go, and she understood exactly how to, since I'm her kid, I guess, she understood how to approach me, how to take care of me. I knew that me taking my mind off the current situation was always the best way for me to cope. Distractions helped me a lot. That's what music did for me, and it became a big part of my therapy. So her just being aware of that my cousins knowing who I am and knowing, once they saw I hadn't changed my personality, then they realized they didn't have to tiptoe around me, and so they just treated me normal. And honestly, those were the reactions that I treasured the most, because I was able to I wanted to be myself around everyone and them especially, but their attitudes helped me be myself even more, So I totally understand. That's so true. I appreciate those who wanted to encourage me and who did, but I also appreciate those who were just there.
I think it's so much bigger than just me. I want to almost start a movement of people owning their lion hearts and becoming lion-hearted and not seeing themselves as a victim.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing here. And so you're definitely a Lionheart for sure.
Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Just really, I want to just say thank you to you for reaching out to me and including me in this amazing, inspirational project. I'm always happy to be part of anything that's positive like this, that has to do with, letting people know that, it's okay to be yourself. I love that. And so I'm really grateful that that you reached out to me. And I really pray that the project goes well, and that when your song drops in April, it's going to be explosive. Yeah. And just really hoping for success in, what you're doing with this. So thank you once again for involving me.
Thank you so much. And what are you doing these days? What's next for you? So nice to meet you.
I'll reach out. Thank you. You too.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, David.
Peace.